Welcome to this demo of the Flash Write app for the iPhone and iPod. It's the simplest way to write quick notes with just your finger writing on the screen without bothering with keyboards. It includes a number of unique features discovered through extensive development, testing, and user input. First is how quick and easy it is to create new notes. You just open the app and start writing. If you need more notes, you just hit the plus button and you can start writing more notes. Plus again, another note. Each note you create is being saved as a thumbnail. As you touch each thumbnail, it comes up in the editing window where you can make more changes. Now, being able to move these around and group them makes it very easy to find and organize your notes. First off by grouping them, but also by changing their color. So if I make a new note here, this settings button is where we're able to change the color. I'll change this note to green. Now while we're here, you can see that we can also change the pen size, the color of the pen, size of an eraser I'll show you. I already mentioned the colors of various pages we can go with. And then finger offset I'll explain as well. Now this information button brings up an instruction screen that summarizes a lot of what I'm covering in this demo. Now here's the note that we turned to green. I like to use green for things like calls and emails to people. I also like to make red notes for work. Move these over here. A few extra for those. I like to use blue notes for shopping. Of course you can use whatever color arrangements you like. So shopping, grocery list, gift lists. I like to make white notes for to-do lists, restaurant lists, music lists, book lists. I'll move these first example ones to get rid of those. As you can see, real easy with the delete button. Now with so many ways you can use this, you may find that you need more room for your notes down here. So to get that, you just touch this background and you can move it up to the left and up so that there's more space down here. So these unique layout and grouping features solve one of the biggest challenges I've found with putting a lot of notes into an iPhone app. The need to scroll through lots of pages to find and organize them. Flash Write keeps your notes visible on one screen and lets you organize them in groups and by color. But of course, that's not all. You're probably wondering about the small note space up top. I found that the huge majority of quick notes I write are just a few words, so this size avoids a ton of wasted space. But when you do need more space, this expand button gives you the whole screen to write on. And as an example, let me show you this groceries list. What I like to do is keep below this little header line. That shows you what's going to stay above when you shrink the note and what is going to end up hidden. So below it I put a list of common things I end up shopping for. Eggs, bread, milk. Now as I run out of things and know I need to get them, I put them up here in the top part of the list where they're very visible. So now I've always got my shopping list showing me what is needed, but if I want to see other things that I might want to get while I'm there, there's my more expanded list. Now another key feature is the reminders. Some of your notes will be related to some date or time when you'd like to be reminded about it. This clock button lets you set reminders for whenever you need them. I'll set this one for 2 days in the future. Now you see it's green. The green tells you that is more than a day from now. If it's within a day, it changes to yellow. If the time's already passed, it changes to red. Now I'll change this reminder to be just 2 minutes from now so you can actually see it work. The iPhone app does not have to be running to get this alert when the time occurs. You see it's turned to yellow because it's within the next day. Now while we wait for that to occur, let me explain that writing offset. This settings button has these offsets. If I turn the right finger offset off and hit done, I have to write fairly large because the ink is hidden under my finger. If I change that offset to one of the right hand ones, now it's moved the writing out a little bit so I can write a good bit smaller. Now if I go back and actually use the smallest ink size with the offset, I can actually write very small, which lets me get a lot of information onto the small screen into these note pages. Here's the reminder we set. If I press show, it brings up the note that was set. There's the groceries, and you can see that the reminder is now in red, showing that the time has passed. If I press the clock button, we can either reset the reminder for another time, or we can clear it if we're done. You see the reminder is now gone. Now another key feature you'll like is this eraser button. Just tap it while writing, and you can erase. Tap it again, and you're back to writing. And as you saw in the settings screen, you can change the size of the eraser. Now that's great if you want to make changes to an existing note, but if you want to get rid of the whole note, you've seen I've used before this delete button in the upper right. So that's a quick view of the unique features built into Flash Write. Quick creation of new notes, grouping and color coding for lots of notes on the same screen, reminders even when Flash Write is closed, adjustable pen colors and sizes, easy erasing with an adjustable eraser size, offset writing to let you get much more on a small screen, small and full screen note sizes, and expanding background space. Now that you've seen the unique features of Flash Write, you can create lots of quick notes and reminders and easily organize them in groups and by color. One final question I like to cover is about an iPad version of Flash Write. The iPad's large screen is great for a lot more and longer notes. You just install the same iPhone version on the iPad and press the 2x button to double the size. Then you can, all the same features, writing, using the whole screen, making lots of notes to be organized below. So Flash Write is the easiest way you can keep track of the endless things you'd like to remember. If you have lists of scraps on paper and notebooks all over the place, and if you'd like a better way to keep track of your work tasks, to-do lists, shopping, phone calls, emails, and whatever else, try Flash Write in the Apple App Store. Thanks for watching this demo, and we hope you enjoy using Flash Write.